Hi, my name's Ben Gothard, and you're about to discover one really old and kinda weird networking trick that I've used for years. This trick has enabled me to cut out all of the toxic negative people out of my life and get rid of all of the negative influences in my life to finally surround myself with successful multimillionaire entrepreneurs. Would you like to know my trick and how you too can see the same awesome networking results? Watch this short video until the end to discover the 3 fastest ways to surround yourself with successful entrepreneurs without wasting time, and definitely without ever having to sacrifice a lot of your hard-earned income. Just a bit of fair warning. I do not know how long this video will be online. I'm giving away so much free and hard to find networking information that I may end up making this a paid presentation. So watch this now while it's still online and still free. Now, you may think you've seen and heard it all when it comes to networking. Yet I can guarantee you that you've never seen these little known networking tips before. This is entirely different. It's nothing like the popular networking books you may have seen or even tried. So prepare to be shocked by what I reveal to you today. And remember, what I'm sharing will finally allow you the freedom of networking without cramping your lifestyle. Quickly, painlessly, and in a unique way that's actually fun to do. Now, I was not always a networking expert. Getting featured in magazines, helping people all over the world network, and certainly not surrounded by millionaires like I am today. In fact, far, far from it. Actually, I was surrounded by failure. I remember the day when I decided enough was enough. I'm going to share this story with you now, even though it's really embarrassing. You need to know how deep down the rabbit hole I went before I discovered the stuff I'm going to share with you today. The strategy that allows me to live this amazing life that I live right now. I remember the day and time. It was Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015. It was raining and I was cold standing outside of my apartment. I was talking to my dad after a particularly unsuccessful and stressful day at work. And as usual, I hadn't been able to convince a potential client to work with me. I was craving answers. Why couldn't I talk to people? Why couldn't I network? What was going to happen to my business? As I turned to go back inside, I slipped on the wet ground and fell right on my face. I hung up the phone and just laid there for a minute, thinking about my repeated failures. Every single client I had called that month had said no to me. I was going to have to borrow money and go further into debt. It was crushing. I was so defeated that I started to cry. It was right then and there that I made a vow. I didn't care how long it took me to figure out how to talk to successful people. I was going to learn how to network or die trying. So, as you can clearly see, I'm not some super suave networking wonder. I'm really a lot like you, just an average person who just so happened to go through hell. And because of my experience through all of that pain, I discovered a blueprint. A system that finally allows folks like you and me to network with multimillionaires on a daily basis. Get featured in magazines like the Huffington Post. Get people like Pat Flynn on my podcast. And partner with some of the most successful business owners in my industry. I'll cover all the details in specifics in a few minutes. Just keep watching. First, you must be absolutely told the truth. You have to know about the real problem. the real reason you are struggling with building your network today, and it will surprise you. The real problem is the fact that you've been lied to for years, and these lies are keeping you from making the connections you desire and deserve. One of these lies is that you have to start at the bottom. I bet you've heard that, or maybe even believed this at one point in your life. Yet, this is not even close to the truth. If you are one of the millions who fell victim to this lie, then you must decide now to believe the truth instead, because you will continue down the road of the climbing the corporate ladder trap. And eventually, no matter how strong you are, you simply give up on networking and on your dream career. And this is why your struggle with networking is not your fault. If you really want to blame something for your struggles, don't blame yourself. Blame the education system and huge corporations who have basically unlimited resources. You've been bombarded for almost as long as you've been alive with false, misleading claims from these crooks. And they depend on your suffering to make a buck. The truth is you should never ever buy into what is being fed to the public, even for a few days. Why? When you do what everyone else is doing, it shuts down your entrepreneurial spirit. Plus, you get comfortable because you are constantly being told what to do by people who are being fed the same exact lies. You get good grades, get a good job, slave away for 40 years, and hopefully retire with enough money to stay out of debt until you die. The students of the education system become workers for massive corporations. Colleges need students to pay them, and corporations need workers to make money. It's a cycle. And with student loans plus pitiful wages and constant bills to pay, the victims stay in debt forever. So no matter how hard you try to break out of the cycle by networking with successful people and surrounding yourself with people who have broken out of the rat race, you are stuck because multimillionaires don't want to be associated with people at the bottom. Until now. Let's dive into the specific tips I have for you today. These are the same tips that countless thousands have used to successfully build their network and career they desire and deserve. And the most important of these tips is my accelerated mastermind principle. I'll go into details on the accelerated mastermind principle in just a second, so by all means keep watching. First, you absolutely need to know about the one mindset you must avoid if you want to successfully network with multimillionaires. You cannot ask them for something first. Why? It is tempting to think that because they are rich and successful, they owe you this or should give you that. So most people, when talking to successful entrepreneurs, ask for something immediately. But that does not work, ever. Instead, ask them a question that makes them want to keep talking to you. Simply ask them, "What is your story?" and listen to their entire answer very, very carefully. Once they are finished, say, "Wow, that was an incredibly inspiring story. May I ask you one more question?" Then, once they say yes, say these exact words. "Will you be my mentor?" And let them think about it. Some will say yes immediately, in which case get their contact information. That way, you have direct access to them moving forward. Others will ask, "What did you have in mind?" In which case you reply, "I value your opinions highly, and would really appreciate if we could talk on the phone every other week or so. That way, they know that you value their opinion and you are setting the stage for regular contact with them. Now, how would you like to actually enjoy meeting the people you know can help you skyrocket your career? The trick here is to make connecting with successful people easy and quick so that you aren't wasting your time nor theirs. Multimillionaires are on social media. That's right, but you have to know where to look. First, start by joining Facebook groups that involve topics you like and enjoy. You can interact with people who have similar interests with you, and a quick profile check will let you know if they are successful. Next, you can go to industry-specific Instagram hashtags and connect with people there. Most people can be directly messaged on Instagram, so find those posting to hashtags you like anyways and strike up a conversation. Third, you can also find people on Twitter by searching various hashtags and filtering by people. You can private message the successful entrepreneurs you find or tweet at them directly. There are tons of groups on LinkedIn as well, so you can connect with professionals and begin talking to them there. Google Plus also has communities of people centered around most topics, so you can network with folks there too. If you can't find a specific individual who you really want to talk to, check their website. And look for an email address. They're usually in the contact section and goes directly to their inbox. And it gets even better. Here comes the really big, massive, crucial tip. Warning, without using tip number 3, you can forget about those other tips helping you build your network. This tip actually forces you to interact with high net worth, successful entrepreneurs throughout the week. Get this. In order to build your network. My accelerated mastermind principle has been proven time and time again. Simply put, you need to be part of a private network. There is no substitution for being a part of a group of like-minded individuals who you can network and collaborate with. By being a part of a private network, you will be held accountable by the successful people in the community. When you feel like giving up, your mastermind will keep you going. They will empower you. They will guide you. They will teach you what you need to know in order to become successful. The only problem with most private masterminds is that they cost thousands of dollars every single month. Until now. Introducing Project Egg, the first network of its kind. For the cost of a cup of coffee, you get instant access to decamillionaires, millionaires, and other incredibly successful people within the community. These people are here to help you get to the next level of your business. Plus, as a member, you get access to weekly interview podcast episodes, regular live workshops, and additional bonus resources. All for $5. Join now.